Good morning, Niagara. You're tuned into Car Connection, where the coffee's hot, the tools are ready, and the talk is always tuned up. I'm your host, Niall Motormouth Jenkins, coming to you straight from the Car Connection workshop, where we mix a little humor, a little know-how, and a whole lot of horsepower. Here it's not just about fixing cars, it's about keeping you rolling, saving you money, and giving you the confidence to understand what's under that hood. From the classics to the commuter to the weird noises to the what the heck moments, we've got you covered. So grab your coffee, sit back, join the crew, because this is Car Connection, your Monday through Saturday morning pit stop for stories, smarts, and a few good laughs. And I'm Motormouth Jenkins, and we're shifting into drive right here in the Car Connection workshop. Well, I hope you had a fantabulous weekend. The weather has been a little bumpy, but you know what? Most of the snow, it's gone. There's a few dribs and drabs hanging around, but not too much whatsoever. I think we're slowly pulling out of the deep freeze and getting back into spring. And I can't speak for you, but I am so looking forward to shorts, shirt, less clothing, not more, is what I'm saying. Less clothing, not more, and just feeling the freedom of being able to wear that less clothing and not feel so bulky. Yeah, and you get skinnier. It's true. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Niall Motormouth Jenkins, a licensed automotive service technician on light truck and passenger vehicles and heavy trucks and motor coaches since 1988. So yes, you're allowed to pick my brain, but be gentle. I only have two brain cells pretty much left. One remembers my name and the other one how to get home. So if you're joining us for the very first time this morning, welcome aboard. Welcome to the Car Connection workshop. We really enjoy our new community people, new to our Car Connection community. So be part of the Car Connection communal workshop. So let's jump into right away this morning our topic. I'm suggesting some spring services and two that I've put back to back. And I have already been talking about a lot of automotive service and repair basic fundamentals. And I keep it absolutely basic because you, no matter what age group you are, height, width, age, single, married, divorced, unknown, it doesn't matter. The basics are single moms especially get taken advantage of out there in the automotive service and repair industry, and single women, widows, orphans. So that's why I'm here, is to share the knowledge that I have. I had a shop on the Hamilton Mountain for almost 11 years, and for health reasons, I had to get out. It forced me out. I did some damage to my back, and that changes everything, right? If you don't have your health, what do you have? And we really needed to, at that time, get to the next level, which would be adding more service techs so that I could get off the shop floor. But we weren't at that position yet, and we needed to have our own facility instead of being on the never plan with that. Leasing doesn't mean you have any equity in your business. You only have the chattel. So anyways, we won't dive into that. So over the next few weeks, I'm only going to pick one or two serviceable items and then break it down for you into bite-sized pieces. If you haven't visited our homepage of our website, you're missing the biggest tool box drawer, where we've put everything in one place for you so that you can find us, follow us, like, share, subscribe, ring the notification bell, get notified when new videos come out each and every week. It's a two for Tuesday and another video on Friday. So you get 3 new video clips every week subscribing to our channel. And it is designed for automotive service dummies. So whether you know something or nothing, or maybe you're not sure how much you know, you will learn 5 things on every single video that we show you. And they're teaching videos. And I dumb it down because, you know what? I'm the same way. Give it to me in simple terms. Don't complicate it, and break it down so that I can see what it is that you're doing and better to understand it. You'll learn what it is, where it is, how it works, how it breaks, and what could you have learned knowing more and having more knowledge and basic fundamentals of owning and operating an automobile that could save you thousands of needless repairs every single year. Would that be worth it? So if I could save you from a $200 repair that excels to a $5,000 repair, wouldn't that be a good thing? Because most $5,000 repairs start off as a $200 repair and a maintenance item. So if you would rather spend small money and learn how to use a maintenance schedule, or how about big money on a surprise? So that's what I cover on our YouTube channel, and all the links for all the platforms that we're involved with are on the home page, top right-hand corner, including our merchandise available store. And so they're all there for you. There's, I got to always remember, Facebook, Instagram, Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. We're kind of pulled in with all the Stevensville businesses and the community, and that's thank you to Skippy, our videographer, who created that website to do that thing. Bring the community and the business owners in Stevensville. That's where my parents live. My mom passed in 2022, but my pops is still there at 89, driving himself, texting, using a cell phone, and yeah, so he's still a Stevensvilleian. So click on the businesses tab and you will find us there. Also, our iHeart link is also in the top right-hand corner. And grab yourself some Car Connection Motormouth merch. Join the crew in helping those that are struggling with addictions get to a total freedom addiction campus, Canada and USA, because there is a new life awaiting them there. All the logos and links for our program partners are also available on the home page. So thank you in advance for giving them your business. Click on their logo. It opens a profile page, and you can meet them there. You'll get all the information you need to connect. And every profile page is set up exactly the same way, so it's easy, simple navigation. We're working on a page right now to make our Car Connection fleet maintenance schedule available to you, so you'll be able to order it online, pay for it, and it'll get shipped out directly to you. That gets shipped out by our Car Connection Studios. All the merchandise items on our store, you buy what you like, pick your color, your size, pay safely online, and Freedom Expressions, which is one of the companies that is run on Total Freedom campuses, to actually employ those as they move along in the program. So it teaches them how to get back into the workforce. And yes, they do get paid for their time. They do not get to manage their money. It's managed for them. And it's really cool, the system that they have going to help those who's struggling with addictions that have made that decision. Today's the day. Today is the day to deal with this thing that I've been hiding for a long time. So let's jump in today. It's season 2, episode 106. See how deep we get into talking about cooling system servicing and transmissions. Hopefully we can get through both, but we may not, because now's the time to break these services down into bite-sized pieces for you so that you can really get an understanding of, again, the 5 things: what it is, where it is, how it works, how it breaks, and what you could have learned in order to prevent that from happening. And in most cases, that is true. If you'd known just a little bit more about your automobile, you'd be smoking hot out there. You'd be like a stealth ninja. You know stuff. And when you know some stuff, it's less likely, well, it reduces the chance of getting ripped off. And I can't tell you, in 31 years of being on radio with our live car connection call-in program, how many emails I received. Can you check this over, Motormouth, and see if they took advantage of me? And we're not here to beat up on service techs. We're not here to beat up on automotive shops. You know, we've got a vehicle coming into the Car Connection shop studio this morning, and on that particular one is owned by a single mom. We're going to show you what got missed and how. I can't explain it, and you'll have to watch the video for that. We're shooting that today. That will be uploaded next week. Skippy and I, when we went out to the frozen Great Lake called Lake Erie on the South Shores here by our studio, that will be going live this Friday coming. So you'll want to watch that one. We've had a lot of rain here, so it looks like we really lucked out last Monday having a blue sky, sunny day, and we're out on a frozen lake showing you the ice castles and lake-made moguls and just some really unique ice structures, and taking a look at a lake as far as your eye can see that's frozen solid. So that video comes out this week, so pay attention to get that and get signed up. And hey, if you love the videos, which I know you do, 93% of you have not subscribed. What's up with that? Yeah, we can't keep the ignition on and the engine running smoothly if you're not subscribing. So do us a favor, help us to grow, because the sooner we grow, the sooner we get monetized, the easier it is for us to obtain parts and fix vehicles for single moms, widows, orphans, and those who have just fallen on hard times. We want to be able to pay for the parts, provide the labor, shoot the video, and share it with all of you all around the world, north, south, east, and west. So let's start with morning weather, so you know what your morning drive, your Monday morning drive is going to look like. Get your coffee through the drive-thru. If you are already there, lock it down in your cup holder. Keep an eye on the road. Pass that 16-pack of Crayola crayons over to your sidekick and the folded-up leaf bag, and they last a long time. That's a really good laptop. Fold it up really, really well, and then you can just keep unfolding and keep writing some notes. If you miss anything, our podcasts and YouTube videos, you can very, very easily link back to our podcasts. Just click on the iHeart link on the top right-hand corner of our website, carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. And again, as a reminder, take a moment and read the descriptions. I put a lot of extra details that I don't always cover in the video or in the podcast. So I put a lot of details in there for you that can become nuggets that if you really wanted to, you could take a screenshot and collect those and make yourself a little shop manual from the descriptions. All right, so just a little heads up on that. Well, here's what you got today. Weather this morning brought to you by our certified financial planning professionals, my brothers from other mothers, Tony Miele and Larry Tetro, have 50 years combined as fiduciaries with IG Wealth Management. They look after portfolios. So if you got a portfolio with the bank, you certainly need them to review that. Your money could be working a whole lot harder for you, my friends. Let me tell you, that's not where you need to have your money working for you. They deal with debt, taking care of that, finding a way to fix that up for you. Estate planning, that comes with powers of attorney, health proxies, the whole package. That's not something you take care of yourself. You need the professionals to do it. And mortgages and more. Life insurance, critical illness insurance. Then there's a lot of additional services available to you. So grab yourself an hour and a coffee discovery meeting. Leave your wallets at home. No one's going to be asking you for any money. These guys will sit down because they don't need any more clients. They want to help you, our Car Connection listeners. They've been with us since 2007 and answering the questions that, yeah, I could answer, but they can do a lot better job than I can. So I would suggest, here's my suggestion. If any of those areas you're uncertain about or you don't have them covered, arrange that hour in a coffee, that discovery meeting. Get your questions answered by those who have the fruit on the tree. Both Larry and Tony have helped me over the last 15, 20 years. So I'm speaking from experience. Leave your wallets at home, book that hour, sit down with them in a Zoom, over the phone, in the conference room, the boardroom, or a coffee shop, or at home. But get it taken care of. Don't set it aside for one more minute. Just click on the link for Tony Miele or Larry Tetro on the homepage of our website and get that meeting booked and get your answers to your questions. And guess what? You're going to feel like you've been to a weight loss center because the weight is going to be off your shoulders. Today we're looking at a overnight low of 38, and I always speak in SAE. So this is Fahrenheit. 57 degrees is the high for today. Yippee! Yippee! Kaye! Absolutely. Let's see if we got any precip coming. Well, a possibility it says. A daily chance of precipitation is a 0.25 of an inch. Today's low will be 41, so it's already changed a little bit between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. The high will be 55 between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. The temperature range will feel like 35 to 52, and the wind will make it feel cooler than the actual temperature. So inland, we're very, very close to the lake. So inland, it's going to be warmer for you pretty much in the Niagara region, and those that are living, working, and playing along the south shores of Lake Erie, it's going to be a little bit on the colder side. The wind is there, and the wind is very, very cold. So let's jump in to a couple of reminders. Saturdays are a 1-hour show, and it's Q&A. So if you have questions, I have answers. It's 28. You email me your questions, and I will answer them on the air on Saturday morning for our 1-hour broadcast. So that's a way for you to connect with us. We are working to get the phone lines in order so that we can take live callers, and I want to bring guests back on to the show like we did for 31 years on the air on networks. So we're working on that. We've got our phone set up IP over internet, so I just need my buddy Ty to get back from his winter vacation to help me figure that out so I don't mess anything up here in the studio, and we'll be able to get on track with having on-air guests and taking live phone calls on a Saturday morning. How cool will that be? But till then, if you have a question through the week, Monday through Friday, if you email that to me, motormouth.jenkins@gmail.ca. No, it's gmail.com. I'm just learning. motormouth.jenkins@gmail.com or Niall@ccbusnet.com. Again, I put all that information in the description of our videos on our YouTube channel and on our podcast library. So everything's there for you to connect. And if you can't find us, scoot over to Stevensvilleontheweb.ca. Click on the businesses tab. You will find us there as well. There's an email form you can fill out and send me an email through there. You can send me an email right through our website at carconnectionbusinessnetwork.com. There is a website form there as well so that you can connect. So if you need to get to me quickly, do that. Send me an email through our website form. When I open up my email each and every morning to check to see what's going on out there on the planet we're spinning on, I answer those emails right away. And thank you for all those who are commenting now on our YouTube videos. That helps push us forward with the algorithms. All those things that we talk about, the way that you can help us is to do those little pieces, to subscribe, like, share, put your comments down below, and watch the videos. Watch them over again. Share them with your friends. All those little things help us to grow and keep the ignition on and keep our 8-cylinder engine running smoothly. So let's have our Swiggy together, brought to us by our good friends at the Greenville family at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road in Niagara Falls. Building Canada since 1931, providing building supplies and hardscape, landscape materials for you to design, create, and enjoy your backyard space. You know, it's huge these days having that outside living room, that unique space where you can be with your friends, your peeps, your family, and neighbors if you like them. Haven't you noticed? Fences make great neighbors. They can even help you with that as well. So they can line you up with a contractor to design and put together that beautiful space that you call your oasis. So connect with them today and let them know at Niagara Block, 5000 Montrose Road in Niagara Falls since 1931. You have a space and you need someone to help you put together the plan so that you can enjoy that. And I'll tell you right now, being the month of March is screaming along, you'll want to get on the calendars of those who can help get that done for you so you don't miss out, because the good guys, they get busy. And when we had to redo the backyard here because we added the addition for the studio, it took 2 years to wait for the landscapers and those who could make the backyard a nice place to hang out. That's our oasis here. So let's have a Swiggy together, whatever your morning beverage is. Enjoy it. And we count it down on 3, 2, 1. And away we go. 3, 2, 1. Yep, that's good. I'm liking that. So good. Well, when it comes to maintenance and service, that's where you, look at you, need to take the helm. That's where, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And that is the truth. And the only way I can really, really help you is we've redesigned and brought back after many years. We used to send our car, we called it our car connection maintenance schedule. We used to send them out by the hundreds when we were on the radio, and we just kind of parked them. And so it was because of a few emails saying, whatever happened to the car connection maintenance schedule? Oh yeah, that thing. So we've revamped it. It's actually now selling as the car connection fleet maintenance system, because that's what it really, really is. And everything I talk about and have talked about for 105 episodes. Now we're in season 2, and today's episode is 106. And just a reminder, on our iHeartRadio library, everything shows you the date, the season, the topic, and the episode so that you can find it very, very easily. So if you've missed something, you can easily go back and grab it. Not a problem. So we've redone the maintenance schedule. We just shot a video about that. It is up on our YouTube channel, where I'm sitting in the shop. I'm leaning on one of the builds that we did. A rescue. Our 97 Jeep TJ Wrangler is actually going to drive out the door of the shop this morning. We're going to video record that, because that is a huge moment for us. And all we did, if you go back and watch all the videos, is fixing everything that nobody fixed, nobody cared, nobody repaired, nobody bothered, and they just drove the thing right into the wrecking yard. And I found it. I found it amongst all these big rigs. It was a truck wrecking yard. So there's 53-foot box trailers, motor coaches, the big coaches that you climb on. Yeah, those huge motor coaches and transport trucks And here it is, this little red 97 Jeep TJ Wrangler. Never owned a Jeep in my life. Never really cared to work on them, to be honest with you. They're tough, and that's what they are. And so we were able to rescue it. George there helped us get it, and we got it back here. And now today is the day we're going to drive it out of the shop. It still needs some more work. I've got to do some welding, and I do not prefer welding indoors. The shop is tight. We could use about twice the space right now. And, sparks fly, and we don't need to have an issue. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to park it into another area indoors, keep it out of the wet, and I'll take care of the floor and the torque box that needs to be repaired on the driver's side because of a water leak that went, again, neglected it. So, again, all we did to bring this thing back to life is fix the stuff that was broken. Maintenance. That's it. And when we're finished with this Jeep, I'm going to show you all the price tag on a video, and you will be absolutely shocked at the quality of the vehicle, the reliability of the vehicle that's been created, all simply by giving a care instead of letting it slide. And that segues us right into your vehicle's cooling system. What was the final death blow for that 97 TJ Wrangler? Pause. Cooling system neglect. And there's videos, we've shot videos for you that are in our video library on our YouTube channel. So you can go back and you can take a look at the rebuild. It's not a restoration project. That was not the whole reason of bringing it here. We rescued it from the crusher. The frame is solid. There's some holes on the driver's side floor, but that's totally fixable. We brought it back to life. We call it a rescue. We rescued it. But what was the death blow? You can watch the video. It was the cooling system. The cooling system went so unrecognized and neglected that the death blow was it blew the engine to smithereens. It blew it up to the point where when we got into starting the engine, it was only running on 2 cylinders. And it was rougher than a stucco toilet seat, let me tell you. Get that as a visual. And that was it. That did it. That was the death blow. The engine was destroyed so bad when I took it apart, and you get to see that on the videos. You get to see the internal components. You get to see what pistons look like where you can actually put a golf ball through the top of it. So you can really see everything and what was caused by a neglected cooling system. They are not maintenance free. And I don't care who sells it, smells it, buys it, or anything, or gives you the big pitch that things are maintenance free. They are not maintenance free. There is no maintenance free coolant, long life coolant, long life spark plugs. It's all a sales gimmick, folks. You have to learn how to be a prosumer, not a consumer. The reason they're selling you on maintenance free is they don't want you fixing your car. They don't want you putting money into it. They want you to drive it into the ground and then finance a new one. That's called the never, never plan. You never own it, and you never stop paying car payments, interest, and principal. When you finally change your mindset and go, hey, maybe this Motormouth guy is really onto something. Well, you're welcome to check anytime. Wait till you see this Jeep Wrangler. All it was to bring it back to life, and now that thing's going to be part of our fleet, and what it's going to be doing is it's going to be hauling wood this summer instead of my FJ. I want to stop using my FJ for hauling the wood because I want to keep it longer, and I don't like getting it. I'm kind of anal retentive, okay? All right, I said it. I said the words. I don't like cleaning it up constantly. We take it to car shows and stuff, and then you got to clean it up quickly, and we're using it in the field, pulling the wood, pulling logs. I'd rather use something that has been designed to do that for us. So that's the whole purpose of the Jeep TJ Wrangler. It's got a manual transmission. The gear range ratios for front and rear axle are perfect for pulling, and we always have Charlie and monstrous sized John Deere tractors. So it's not like we're going to kill the thing. It's basically just going to be hauling the trailer in and the wood splitter, and going in empty with the trailer, coming home with a trailer full of wood. And it will be very much loved and cared and taken after. So that's the thing. If you buy into this maintenance-free thing, you're really getting sucked into an abyss. So you got to change your mindset. Everything we have is well maintained all the time. And that's why I created the fleet maintenance schedule way back in the early 80s when I was doing fleet service maintenance for a company. I was a service tech there, and I did not want to miss a single item, because if you do, then the maintenance manager, when the vehicle goes back to their yard, they have one of their fellas check to make sure you didn't miss something. And honestly, I think they were disappointed when they didn't find anything. I'll be honest with you. I think that really ticked that person off, that they couldn't kind of give one to you. You know what I mean? Put one in your back. Hey, they missed this. So I created a checklist in detail, and I kept it at my toolbox, and that's what I used to check off the components after I've inspected, checked, serviced, or replaced, so that I didn't miss anything. So then I converted that into taking care of my own vehicles, light truck and passenger vehicles, and now I'm sharing it with you. That's why this year the 2000 FJ is going to reach 400,000 K. Our little red rocket, the 1999 Toyota Honda Civic DX two-door hatchback, 5-gear, air conditioning, and everything works. One owner. And if Jillian's listening this morning, she was the one owner, and she listened to Car Connection and still does for 30 years and does all the maintenance. You can see it on that car. You can see it. I don't think we have any pictures of that up, but we'll shoot a video. I think we did shoot a video on it. Yes, there are a couple of videos on the Rocket on our YouTube channel, and you can take a look at that and see what happens when you take care of something, when you are working with a maintenance schedule and you're following it, and you're taking that time to take care of the second largest purchase in your household is an automobile. So when the cooling system's not working right, everything else doesn't matter. And that's what that little Jeep TJ Wrangler proves. When the cooling system goes down, it's over. The vehicle, it destroys the engine completely. So now what? Engines aren't cheap these days. And what we ran into that put our project behind, we would have had that project done in 1 year. And I actually wanted to get it done in 30 days. But when I ran into the situation where I finally got it running, everything else was easy. Brakes, exhaust, all that stuff, all the maintenances, belts, hoses, you name it, all done, checked. Anything that could be salvaged, we've salvaged it. Anything that couldn't. When I say we, that's me, myself, and I, just so you know. I don't have like this multiple crew of people. It's me and Skippy. That's it. So when I finally got it running, and then I had to tear the engine apart, and I saw the destruction, here's what happened when I talked to my fellows at the machine shop. Niall, this thing's done. We can't fix it. Like he said, we could, but the price to put this exploded motor back together is not worth it. He goes, this is over the top. You got to find another motor. And that's where we ran into the challenge. It took 6 months through my friend John, who's a firefighter in St. Catharines. He found it on a whole drive line on Marketplace, and he sent it over to me. He was on shift. He goes, "You got to call this guy. I talked to him, told him you're going to connect. He's got what you need. You need to get after it." And I did. That very night, I sent the guy a message. I said, "I'll take it." I said, "I'll take the whole drive line if you want." And he said, "Well, I already sold the transmission, but the engine's here." Perfect. So we ended up getting that engine, including renting a trailer, because I didn't have a trailer at the time. $300, including gas for the day. Had to go out to the other side of Toronto, but it was an easy drive, and it was already on. He already had it all mounted on a pallet, and home we go. And that you'll hear it today. We're going to shoot that video. You'll hear this thing run and drive under its own power and leave the shop temporarily. We will bring it back in at another date. I've got some things that I need the hoist, our lift to work on underneath, service the transmission, drop the pelly pan on it, and get all the rocks and mud and stuff out of there, and make sure that everything in behind that pan is in top drawer condition. Then it'll get shipped up to Jesse. Let him put some custom exhaust on it. We want to reroute it away from the oil pan. And I need a mount welding onto the front axle that I just can't get straight enough. So I found them online. So back to cooling system. If I could say anything and keep it under 2 million words, I would say, do not neglect your vehicle's cooling system. Do not listen to the talking heads out there that say your coolant is maintenance free. We have videos in the first 20 videos on our YouTube channel where I'm showing you how I test, how all service techs, I hope, test and check antifreeze. And I'm checking antifreeze right out of the jug, brand spanking new, and it fails the test. You got to see that, because it even shocked my person. I'm going, wow. And then I go looking on the jugs. Here's the thing. I go looking. I'm big for statistics. Huge. Don't tell me, show me. That's me. And that's how I was trained by a military service technician is don't walk another man's path. Don't listen to the talking heads. You do your own research. You do your own diagnostic. Don't walk another man's path. You'll blow up doing it. I go looking at the bottles that I purchased to test brand new antifreeze. And it says long life. Yeah, it says long life right on the bottle. Good for like 125,000 kilometers. But it also has a shelf life, folks. Did you know that? It has a shelf life where it degrades, just like everything else. Motor oil, power steering fluid, brake fluid, it all deteriorates. It just does. It deteriorates. The jugs were already 2 years old. It says it's good for 125,000 kilometers or 4 years. The jugs were 2 years old. Yeah, are you hearing me? So how much time is left on it? Not 4. No. So it's time or mileage. That's what the world has taught us all when it comes to our motor vehicles. 6 years, 3 years or 60,000 K from brand new. So whatever happens first, you hit the mileage or you hit the time. Each one, whichever one wins, you have no warranty left. Done. So here I bought 2 long life jugs of antifreeze to test right off the store shelf. It's long life, 125,000 K. And 2 years has already passed, and it's still on the shelf. They're selling it. It doesn't go back to zero, folks. Wherever it's sitting, the time is ticking. Yeah. You know, like the Styx song says, ticking. Exactly. Time is ticking away. So 2 years, and I paid full pop for those jugs, and there's only half the lifetime left. So you're going to hit the mileage, the 125,000 K? No. It's going to be gone in 24 months. So you know what, folks? Just change it out every 24 months. Flush, we call it the gush and flush. Gush and flush that cooling system out every 24 months. The shorter the trips you take, the more maintenance your car needs. So if you say, well, I don't drive it much. Well, guess what? Guess what? I know, I hate to be the man of bearer of bad news. Job's comforter here. The less you drive your vehicle, the more maintenance your car needs. Your vehicle is qualified under, wait for it, severe service. Severe service. Why? Because it's not in motion. And I can tell you that from us having over 31 years created a little fleet of vehicles that go out to car shows, because they're all by category now, so you can't get in unless you have a vehicle that fits the category. So, and we want to get in and meet the people and do fundraising and all that stuff, and get out there into the public all the time. And, during the COVID season, we weren't able to do that, but now last year was the first time we really got into it. And, we're ready for that. They sit. They're all in hiding right now for 6 months. They come off the road after Canadian Thanksgiving weekend, and we don't use them all at that point. We'll do the last run, which is in Crystal Beach, in the Orchard. They do a cavalcade of cars through Old Crystal Beach, and that's the end of the season for us. And then everything gets wiped down and cleaned and put away for 6 months. So when they come out, they're qualified under severe service. What does that mean? We got to stay on top of them. Can't just grab it and go. Got to check stuff, because stuff goes sour. It just does. Why? From sitting. So again, cooling system maintenance every 24 months. Not a comma, not a question mark, gush and flush. Yep, gush and flush. And I would highly recommend also replacing the thermostat. They don't last forever. And if a thermostat closes on a hot summer's day on the highway and you're stuck in traffic, you're going to blow a head gasket. You're going to do some serious engine damage at that point. And that's exactly what happened to that little Jeep TJ Wrangler. It had the beginnings of a head gasket. They ignored it and continued to ignore it and just top it up because it's using coolant. It's going out the tailpipe. It's going through the motor. They just kept topping it up till the head gasket totally let go while the engine was running. And how do I know all this? From the damage. The engine was still running. Probably, I'm going to say, based on what the pistons look like, it was highway speed. The cylinders filled up with coolant. And you can't, well, if you talk to Germany, they can compress a liquid there, but your engine will not. It will not compress a liquid, and it blew holes in two pistons the size of golf balls. Engine over. Done. Smashed to pieces inside. Absolutely annihilated. Yeah. Cooling system neglect. You can push your luck anytime you want, but I'll tell you what, the day will come, no matter what it is on your automobile that you've neglected, the day will come where you will pay the piper, or all that free driving will be over and it will cost you more. So that's why I say most $5,000 repairs start as a $200 maintenance item. Would you rather spend small money on a schedule or big money on a surprise? That's a question, isn't it? You know, owning and operating an automobile doesn't need to be a fearful thing. It can be a very exciting thing. That you're taking care of something that you slapped a lot of money down on, and you can keep it as long as you want. Longevity. That's what I'm about. I am not into making payments and interest. I've done it. I've told my story. I think I shared on Mo last week my little truck I bought at age 22. The sticker price was $11,600, and after interest at 17.93%. Yes, back in the 80s, 17.93% made that $22,000 by the time I made the last payment. And it was a 5-year term, and I ended up having to extend it one more year. I was putting myself through college and working and living on my own, and the expenses and whatnot were killer at the time. We were in a recession then. I needed to extend it, so then it cost me more interest. So at the end of the game, it was $22,000, and I still have it. And you can hop in that right now and head for Florida if you wanted. There's nothing for you to do, gas and go. So that's what you can accomplish. So make it a great day today. Tomorrow we'll talk about transmissions. I want to spend a lot more time on that as well, because that is another area that puts a lot of really good vehicles in the you pull it wrecking yards. Blow out a transmission because somebody told you it's maintenance free. The oil is long life. No, it's not. None of that is true. It's just a sales pitch, and that makes you a consumer, not a prosumer. We're going to turn you into a prosumer here in the Car Connection Workshop. So we'll see you tomorrow morning for another edition of the Motormouth Morning Drive, brought to you by Earl and Louise Grant, great couple out in the Toronto area, City Auto Sales and Leasing. So if you're in the market for replacing your jalopy, it's had enough, it's saying, I'm out of here, you've destroyed me, put me in the nursing home, and leave me alone. Yeah, City Auto Sales and Leasing can help you with that. They also have in-house financing. They provide you with low mileage, quality vehicles at fair prices. They are the Greater Toronto Area's premier pre-owned auto store. They have a great inventory under roof and outside. But if you're looking for something specific, just simply pick up the phone, send them an email. They're available to you on our website. Just click on their logo, open the link and their profile, connect, let them know what you're looking for. And let me tell you, I have driven 4 hours to get to what I call a goodie, a solid buy. Because you know what? I don't know about you. I don't want another man's junk. Absolutely don't. And that little 97 Jeep TJ Wrangler is just that, is that proof that they turned it into junk and we rescued it. So get yourself a goodie at City Auto Sales and Leasing. Let Earl and Louise know we sent you. And they're both car guys. They're not going to sell you a piece of junk. You can buy with confidence and be treated with nothing less than honesty and integrity. It's worth the drive to City Auto Sales and Leasing. Thank you to Crystal Ridge Dream Center. They are a faith-based nonprofit organization, and they bust butt there. Let me tell you, they're serving men, women, children, single moms, and after-school programs for the kids, meals, love, hope, and they are what? Changing lives one at a time in the Niagara region, especially in times when community support, folks, is crucial. Crystal Ridge Dream Center shines as a beacon of compassion and transformation. They do not receive any government funding whatsoever. They have over 61 volunteers, and they're always needing people. And I'll tell you what, the volunteers, you talk to them, they love what they do there. They get results. They know how to take a nickel and bang it into a dollar and turn it into love and hope for all ages. So check in with Crystal Ridge Dream Center. See how you can get involved and see what's laid on your heart. So till tomorrow, drive safe. Make it a manic Monday, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow morning for another Motormouth Morning Drive at 8 a.m. Have a super day. Happy, healthy motoring. Keep it under 100. And we might just come to your house for coffee. Skippy and I. Bye for now.